Luke Harris is on the list for Derby County as they look to strengthen their midfield area, with the Fulham midfielder being an option for the likes of Derby County, Charlton and Birmingham. Where may he end up? Now, Harris does have 1 year left on his current contract with the club option available to him. According to Transfer Market, the 20-year-old midfielder is valued at around £1 million. Now, it is to be discussed that over the course of last season, he did play for Birmingham City in a loan spell in which he made around 38 appearances. Now, he is more notably a number 10, but can play in a range of different positions for his career. Now, obviously, that is very, very important for Derby County as they look to bolster their midfield as well as their forward areas. But is Luke Harris going to be the man to do that? Now, you can obviously let me know your thoughts on that one down in the comments. But shall we take a deeper look into Luke Harris and everything he's done in his career so far and why a move to Derby County could be smart? Now, obviously, if you have not done so already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, but let's get into it. Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question, and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets. Luke Harris played in a wide range of different positions last season when he was on loan at Birmingham City. He made 36 appearances with 4 goals and 1 assist, collecting 6 yellow cards in the process. 1,576 total minutes for Birmingham, and that is something that cannot be sniffed at. Now, he made 12 appearances in that number 10 role, scoring 2 goals, as well as playing as a deeper midfielder, as well as on the both right-hand side and left-hand side. He has also made his debut for the young setup for England, where he played for the under-21s. But is there a possibility that he could come and join Derby County? Now, obviously, as many of you may know, Derby County are, in my opinion, in desperate need of sort of number 10 midfielders, a sort of attacking midfielders, creative-minded midfielders. And do I believe that Luke Harris can do that? I certainly believe it is an option. Now, the big discussion about this is going to be whether the move is obviously permanent or whether it's a loan deal. Obviously, with 2 years left on his contract at Fulham, there is obviously that possibility that they don't want to let him go just yet and they want to sort of hold on, because you send him out on loan for another season, he has a good year in the Championship, instead of maybe the £1 to £2 million that they could get right now, you end up potentially getting 5 to 6, maybe even £10 million for this sort of transfer. Now, if we look at his numbers across the course of sort of his entire career, he's made a couple of Premier League appearances, he's made a few appearances in the likes of the EFL Trophy, the EFL Cup, FA Cup, and he's had 2 loan spells, one with Exeter City and one with Birmingham. At Exeter during the 2023-24 season, he made 21 appearances, scoring 4 times, collecting 2 assists with 6 yellow cards. Then 1,729 minutes to his name. And I think it's very important when you sort of look at sort of the opportunities that could arise from this. Obviously, it's a young player, just 20 years of age, who, if Derby County can get on a permanent contract, certainly would sort of aid them going forward. Now, is he sort of a player who I think could come and jump into the first team tomorrow? Maybe not. I think it's sort of more of a long-term prospect. Now, obviously, in that sort of regard, if he comes in on loan, I think by the end of the season he may be a starter at Derby, but I think to start off with, got to build himself in, a bit like David Ozo did really during pre-season, and then Harrison Armstrong up until John Eustace joined. And I do think there's a good opportunity here for Luke Harris to be able to sort of step forward with Derby County and make that next step in his career. But the big question will be about, in my opinion, whether it's permanent or loan. Now, I would prefer, obviously, a permanent deal. I think many people looking at this one would probably prefer that as well. At 20 years old, playing for Wales internationally at the under-21 level, I think it's a real sort of good opportunity for Derby County to get a good young attacking midfielder in the building that they can sort of build in the way they want to build, essentially. And now, realistically, in regards of fees when it comes to this, obviously valued at €1 million according to Transfer Market, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, with 2 years left on his contract, I think somewhere in between, say, $1 million up front and then maybe another $1 million in add-ons across the course of the next few years and things like that, I think this is a deal that Derby County could do. Now, obviously, if you look at the clubs that are interested, he's spent time at Birmingham, which sort of opens up that door to go somewhere we know that's something that's possible, as Derby County have seen in the past as well, with players returning from loan spells. You look at someone like Andre Wisdom, came on loan to Derby County, moved away, and then the opportunity to come back. Matt Clark, another player who's come back, Andreas Weimann. So we know that there's sort of always that little link, that little connection. Even if the staffing and the whole system has changed, there's still that link and that emotional attachment. Now, does that mean that Derby County don't have a chance with this? I don't believe so. I certainly believe we do have a chance at bringing in Luke Harris, obviously coming from Sky Sports. I think a very, very good player and one who I believe could help Derby County, but it's one of those where he didn't really set the world alight in either of his seasons in League One. So it's one of those where you're taking a bit of a chance and a bit of hope on the fact that John Eustace thinks that this is the right move to make. Now, ultimately, I do believe this is a good move, and I think that Derby County sort of need that attacking midfielder and something in which they need an attacking midfielder that can score and create. Now, I don't necessarily think Harris has shown that, but obviously, in terms of both his spells, I still think he's done a good job out on loan. Obviously, his first loan spell, 4 goals, 2 assists. This loan spell that he's just been on, 4 goals, 1 assist. And it's not awful. It's not great, but it's not awful. And I do think there's something there to work with. And obviously, it's not all about goals and assists. If he can impact games, obviously if there's a Birmingham City fan, a Fulham fan watching who knows a bit more about him, they can probably give me more of an idea of how he sort of got on at Birmingham and how impactful he actually was. But for me, that's what Derby County need. Players that can impact games, that can make things happen. Do I believe Harris can do that? Absolutely. So you can obviously let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next one. Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question, and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets.